Hello everyone, welcome back to Data with Pankaj. This is second video on deep dive into Power BI Slicer. So in first video, I have covered in detail list slicer. What is list slicer? What are the different variation we can create a list slicer to have the better user experience? We have seen the couple of options how you can format the colors of the shapes as well as the how you can change the position of the text, how you can include the images inside the slicer. That exploration we have did in detail in first video. So here you can see the values are getting changed like background color, then there's background shape. Okay, and there are different effect you can say based on the different state like on or on press default. I have applied some formatting, and based on that the values are getting changed. Okay, for images also we have seen that once you hover on any category you are able to see that category images, okay, or icon. Similarly, based on image selection the image background color is getting changed. So here also we have same effect. You can see on press the text is getting shifted to left position like that. Okay, so that we have explored in detail in first video. Today we are going to focus on date slicer end to end. So here I really created different 9 variation of date slicer. So we are going to see that in detail. So before that, whenever you are working with Power BI, make sure you will have the proper calendar table in your model in order to have your all DAX time maintenance function work properly or provide the accurate result. So here I have created the 9 variation in variation one. Before that, what I did, I have used the regular slicer, not any button slicer or text slicer or input slicer. Okay, this is the regular slicer, and with that, I have created the 9 different variation. So we are going to see that. So if I select the first variation and I will go to the format section of the slicer, here you can see I have used the vertical list option, and here is the list of the date. Okay, so based on that, we can select the any date, and the data will be filter for that particular date. In second slicer, what I did, I used the tile instead of vertical list. I have used the tile option from the slicer setting. So you will have the button kind of interface here, and you can select and press any date using that particular button. So again, in option third, what I did instead of tile, I have used the between. Okay, means you will have the one slider. From that, you can go for any period. So you can drag this slider either left or right, and you can have the specific period. You can select for your data filtration. Again, there is calendar icon. You can click on that calendar icon. You can select from the icon as well as. Okay, so you have a slider as well as the calendar icon. You can select any of them, and you can select any starting and ending point. Your data will be filtered for that particular period. In option 4, what I did, instead of between, I use a before. Okay, means whatever is your maximum date, from that date you can go backward. There is no any scenario that you can reduce your starting point. Okay, so you can just reduce from maximum period, and you can reduce the period, but not starting period. You can move either forward. So this is how work with the before. Okay, next is like opposite of before, it is after. Means whatever is your starting point, you cannot go back or you cannot go below the starting point. You can always have flexibility to move forward. Okay, means in between slicer you can go for any range. Okay, means you have flexibility from starting and ending point, but before you can go back, after you can go forward. There is no any point, you have both the option that is only available in between. Okay, again other things are here same. Okay, you will see the calendar icon in before as well as after. Okay, but at a ending point in before you don't have that, or after you don't have that. Similarly in before you don't have that ending point icon for calendar. Okay, now the third option is date range. Means here we have seen that it is list, here is tile, and date range means here we have that particular drop down option. Okay, so here I have selected the drop down option. So here you will have the drop down kind of interface, means hierarchical data. Okay, so 2026 quarter one, under that we have 3 month. Under that, if you want to drag day 1 to 31st for January, you can drag, and you can see any kind of thing. Okay, let's say if I'm selecting March, by default it will show selected 2026 quarter one, and March data is selected. Even you have day, you can select that day and it will show whatever selection you have. In 7 option, what I'm going to use here is a relative I have selected. Okay, option type is a relative date. So if you explore here, so you can select the days, week, calendar week, month calendar, year, and year calendar. Means if I want to go 2 year back, I can select, let's say, calendar year. Okay, and I can select last 2 year. So here it will be go 2 year back. You can see 2024 to 2025 like that. Okay, based on the selection Here is also you have drop down last, next, this. Okay, and why we have option of calendar and then default. Okay, so in calendar what it will do, based on the current day it will go either 2 year back, 2 month back, 1 month forward. Okay, and week means it will consider the exact period. Okay, not as per the calendar. That is the difference between days, calendar days, or year calendar. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. So this is related to relative date. Okay, similarly we have relative time, so it will just work for time. So based on the date it will work. Here it will work on based on the time. So here there are some different selection for time. I will just show you that. For time you can see we have minute, hours, and we can go for last, next, and this. Okay, same option we have, just minutes and hours are there. There is no any second option. Okay, and then in date range this is newly added in last month, and here we have that selection. Okay, means calendar type icon will be there, and you can have relative, manual. There are different option again. Okay, days, week, weeks calendar, month, months calendar, year, year calendar, same is there. Okay, but here instead of range, okay, here you can see I am able to see the starting ending date. Okay, that along with the calendar icon. Here will be only one icon, and I can select that. Okay, this is my starting point and this is my ending point, and if I apply you can see the okay selected is 4th June 2026 to 7th June 2026. Okay, and again you will have the slider enable. Once you are selecting any period, then only the slider will be enabled. And again you can click on calendar, means here you will have the better experience. Okay, earlier what we have to do, we have to download the custom visual from the app store, and then we can have this particular kind of visualization, or we have to use matrix to do same stuff. Okay, but using native visual now it is possible. Here there are different formatting option in date picker. Okay, so this is the date picker, it is newly added. You can see the slider, you can change the slider color, text, button. Okay, default, background, what you want to shape, borders. So here are different formatting option available for the slicer. You can just explore that in detail. That is how you can create the date slicer to make your user experience better. That's all for this video. Comment in a comment section what option you are going to use in your Power BI report. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.